Lesson 17. Prithviraj Chauhan. The story of Prithviraj Chauhan's life is based on the ballad Prithviraj Raso, composed by Chand Bardai, Prithviraj's court poet. According to the ballad, Prithvi was a romantic, chivalrous, and an extremely ambitious king who, after ceaseless military campaigns, extended his original kingdom from Sambhar, Shakimbara in present-day Rajasthan, to cover Rajasthan, Gujarat, and eastern Punjab. He ruled from his twin capitals of Delhi and Ajmer. His fast-growing kingdom fetched the envy of the powerful ruler of Kannauj, Jaichand Gahadwal. The story of Prithviraj's exploits spread far and wide and became the subject of discussion among the nobility. Sanyogita, daughter of Jaichand, fell secretly in love with Prithviraj and began a secret correspondence with him. Her father got wind of it and resolved to have her safely wed at an early date. He arranged a matrimonial ceremony where a maiden selects her husband from a number of suitors who have come to the ceremony at the invitation of her guardian. Jaichand invited many princes of acceptable status and heritage, but deliberately did not invite Prithviraj. To add insult, a statue of Prithviraj was made and placed at the door of the venue, thus showing Prithviraj as the doorman. Prithviraj came to hear of this. He made his plans and confined his plan to his lover Sanyogita. On the day of the ceremony, Sanyogita emerged from an inner chamber escorted to the venue of ceremony, walked straight down the hall, past the assembly of princes. Bypassing them all, she reached the door and garlanded the statue of Prithviraj Chauhan in front of the whole assemblage. The assemblage were stunned at this brash act, but more was to follow. Prithviraj, who had been hiding behind the curtains, emerged. He jumped upon the saddle of his horse and made a fast getaway from the venue with Sanyogita. This caused a string of battles between the two kingdoms, making their kingdoms suffer heavily. The Chauhan-Gahadwal fight led to the weakening of the Rajput kingdoms. While this drama was being enacted, an obscure warlord named Muhammad of the Gaur in present-day Afghanistan grew increasingly powerful. He captured and then subsequently defeated the Ghaznavid governor of Punjab. Muhammad Ghori's expansion touched upon the kingdom of Prithviraj Chauhan. A clash was inevitable. First battle of Tarai took place when Muhammad Ghori invaded Prithviraj's domain and seized the fortress of Bhatinda in Punjab, which was at the frontier between the kingdoms. Prithviraj marched to Bhatinda, and a battle took place at Tarauri. In the face of the Rajput onslaught, the invading Muslim army broke ranks and the Rajput army held Muhammad Ghori as a prisoner of war. Muhammad Ghori was brought in chains to Pithoragarh, Prithviraj's capital. Ghori was a shrewd king. He begged for mercy. Prithviraj's ministers advised him against pardoning the aggressor. However, the merciful and valiant Prithviraj thought otherwise and respectfully released the invader. This was one of his greatest mistakes. The very next year, Muhammad Ghori again invaded Prithviraj Chauhan's kingdom with a stronger army. He invaded the Rajput army before the daybreak, which was against the rules, and emerged victorious. The defeated Prithviraj was made a prisoner and taken to Ghori's capital. Sanyogita committed suicide by self-immolation, then to face the prospect of personal dishonor at the hand of barbaric invader. As a prisoner in Gaur, Prithviraj was brought in chains before Muhammad. He looked straight into the eyes of Ghori. Ghori ordered him to lower his eyes. Then defiant Prithviraj scornfully reminded him of how he had treated the begging Ghori and declared that the eyelids of a Rajput are lowered only in front of the Almighty. On hearing this, Ghori flew into a rage and ordered that Prithviraj's eyes be burnt with hot iron rods. This heinous deed was committed. Blind Prithviraj was then brought before the barbaric warlord to be taunted by Gauri and his courtiers. Prithviraj's former courtier and friend Chand Bardai came to Gauri's court composing poems in his praise. On one hand, he entertained Gauri in the guise of a poet and secured his place in Muhammad Gauri's court by composing poems in his praise, and on the other hand, he took every opportunity to meet Prithviraj and urged him to avenge the betrayal and daily insults. The two got an opportunity when Gauri announced an archery competition. Chand Bardai told Gauri that Prithviraj was so skilled in archery that he could aim on the basis of sound and did not even need to look at his target. Gauri disdained to believe this. The courtiers guffawed and taunted Chand Bardai. In the spirit of their usual barbaric acts, they brought the blind and hapless Prithviraj out to the field. Pressing a bow and arrow into his hands, they taunted him to take aim. Chand Bardai told Gauri that this taunting would avail nothing because Prithviraj as king would not take orders from anyone other than another king. His ego refused for this, but in the spirit of the occasion, Muhammad Gauri agreed to personally give shooting orders to Prithviraj. Thus, Chand Bardai provided Prithviraj with an oral indication of where Gauri was seated. He gave Prithviraj one further indication of the same by composing an on-the-spot composition and reciting the same in Prithviraj's hearing. The couplet composed in language, which stated as 10 measures ahead of you and 24 feet away, is seated the Sultan. Do not miss him now, Chauhan. Gauri then ordered Prithviraj to shoot. Prithviraj turned in the direction from where he heard Gauri speak, and taking aim based only on the voice and Chand Bardai's couplet, he sent an arrow racing to Gauri's throat. Gauri was, thus, struck dead by Prithviraj. Naturally, after this deed, Prithviraj was killed by Muhammad's courtiers. But the valiant Rajput had avenged the betrayal and humiliations suffered by him. Thus comes the end of the story of the brave and chivalrous Prithviraj Chauhan, the last